Excellency, I have the honor to present the Legal Aid Board who are here to formally introduce the board members and personnel, as well as give you an update as to what they've been doing, including the challenges they encounter.
Briefing President Koroma on their mandates and activities, the Executive Director, Legal Aid Board, Claire Carlton-Hansels, said the Legal Aid Board came into existence by the 2012 Act. She maintained that they started their operations 20 days ago and their offices are located at Lamina Sanko Street, first floor Guma building, courtesy of the Attorney General, who has been working with them through the Office of the Minister of Justice. She added that there has been a lot of collaboration since 2008 between the government, non-governmental organizations, the international community, and donors who also came together to ensure that Sierra Leone gets a public defense system to cater for the poor, including those in correctional centers, police stations, and in courts without lawyers. Mrs. Carlton-Hansels further informed President Koroma that their mandate covers accused persons and conflict suspects. Quoting the act, she disclosed that it says when once somebody is taken to the police station and it is realized that that individual could not afford a lawyer, then the Legal Aid Board should be contacted for a lawyer to be provided. The Executive Director pointed out that it is a very big task, noting that developing countries around the world actually have this system. She maintained that developed countries are also grappling with it and that they are happy that Sierra Leone has also joined the third world countries under the auspices of the President.
What we have been doing shortly is we signed a partnership agreement with the Sierra Leone Bar Association. We're talking to the lawyers for them to actually be able to represent accused persons, suspects, and convicts. Presently, we have a roundtable conference periodically with the correctional service as well as with the Sierra Leone police. We are looking at the western area for the next 90 days. There are 36 police stations in the western area. We do notice that there are a number of legal aid issues which come up. Question of overcrowding of cells, unlawful arrest, unlawful detention. And part again of the problem we have been looking at is the correctional center.
A member of the board and chairman, Potloko District Council, Munir Fofona, who represented the council, said while establishing the board, they realized that the impact the board will create, particularly among the provincials, will not be mentioned so quickly. He maintained that they also expect it to make Sierra Leone one of the countries that offers justice to its people. Welcoming members of the Legal Aid Board, President Koroma described the meeting as the beginning of the launching of the board because they have been given the mandate and have set up an office. The President said that Legal Aid has a core of young people that are looking forward with great enthusiasm to discharge the great responsibility of the board. He observed that the establishment of a board of this nature is a great step that they have taken to ensure that the people of Sierra Leone access justice. President Koroma maintained that it is also a step in protecting the human rights of the citizens of the country and deepening the overall democracy that all of them are craving for. The President made it clear to the members of the Legal Aid Board that they have a great responsibility as there is a need for people in the correctional centers and even those that are moving freely in the country to have access to justice. He noted that as a board, they have been given that mandate and urge that they let the people understand that there is this facility and encourage them to embark on a lot of sensitization, not only within Freetown, but the country as a whole. He maintained that if the people know their function, they could easily get access to them. President Koroma expressed the hope that they continue with those activities, including visits to correctional centers.
Engagement and the visitations to the correctional centers to know who have been there. I heard that we still have people who have not been tried and have been in detention from 2006.
Yeah.
I think this is unacceptable. We have to ensure that we work quickly and correct it where we can maybe grant some discharge to some of them.
Yes.
I know we have been exercising the prerogative occasionally, but let us work quickly to ensure that we, clean up that backlog. And where we can work with the judicial system, I'm sure there's going to be additional pressure on them to clean up the backlog, but we have to work collaboratively. And the local courts, you mentioned, I don't know if it were, you wanted to call capital or capital lawyers.
Yes, they call the paralegals. Those are the ones they call the capital lawyers.
Yes, I heard you mentioned
Yes.
of the capital lawyers.
Yes, sir.
It's important that we work very hard to ensure that they are properly grounded on the customary law and they know the issues involved. The court chairman, again, I think these are people that should be grounded with the customary law, but also what it takes in terms of trying to modernize the laws. So there's a lot of work there, and we hope that as a government we provide the support that we could. But again, you have to, heighten your profile so that you'll be able to attract the support of government and also the support of other donors.
Yes.
It's, you have to make yourself relevant for the support.
Exactly.